A man rides a roller coaster and gets flung into the sky, leaving the rest hanging midair. When the rescue team arrives, they first set up a ladder. The other folks are okay, but this guy is barely holding on, constantly asking where his buddy is. To avoid freaking him out, the firefighters had to come up with a good lie. They pretend to use a stretcher to carry away the dead dude for rescue. Down below, a crowd gathers, undoubtedly making this the next big trending topic. The guy is starting to feel embarrassed. Now, here's where it gets crazier. The rescue gear is right in front of him, and all he has to do is reach his arm in to survive. But he just stares at Buck silently. Finally, he calmly says, "I can't," and gives up his hope. Everyone is shocked, and this leaves the rookie, Buck, with quite a psychological scar. In the following days, Buck can't get a good night's sleep. He can't understand why he would give up. Was it just because he felt like everyone was making fun of him? What's your take on this?
Just now, the boss ordered the black supervisor to lead by example and banning the use of safety nets in order to improve efficiency. Employee safety? Not important. The supervisor stormed out of the office and went back to work angrily. Then, in front of all people, she reattached the safety net. The other employees immediately followed suit, which infuriated the boss.
Hold on! Let me show you how it is done.
She opened the safety net and said this way was easier to operate. As she tended to demonstrate, the cup fell into the mixer. Losing her sanity, the boss reached in directly. The firefighters arrived quickly, and although they shut off the machine immediately, the boss had already lost consciousness, her upper body trapped in the machine. After checking her pulse, the paramedics provided oxygen while others dismantled the machine. And the paramedics discovered that her arm had been completely severed. Fortunately, the dough had blocked the arterial bleeding. They immediately placed her on a stretcher. All I can say is that this was a good boss, using her own body as a lesson to teach the employees about safety.
The police knocked on every door, telling them not to use the bathroom or they'd get arrested. Turns out, an old man called 911, claiming he heard a baby crying in the toilet, but the firefighters couldn't hear anything. Everyone was frustrated for this wild goose chase. But suddenly, Captain seemed to hear something, rushed over to the wall, and sure enough, there was a baby crying. Gotta rescue him. Buck grabs an axe, ready to smash the wall, but the captain stopped him, afraid of hitting the baby. So, they had to dig it out with bare hands. Then, they carefully cut the pipe, took the whole thing down, shined a flashlight, and there was indeed a baby. But it was stuck real tight. That's when the captain ordered Buck to get some lubricant, smeared it inside, and with the captain's slow and steady push, a baby popped out. But the little one had already stopped breathing. The firefighters were busy slapping its chest and sticking a finger down its throat. Finally, a weak cry came out.
This man got sucked into an airplane engine and miraculously survived. Just a moment ago, he was moving luggage, and his colleague told him to just toss it and be done with it. But this guy insisted on handling it with care. His colleague became impatient, snatched the luggage and threw it onto the driver's seat, accidentally pressing on the gas pedal. The luggage cart started autopilot mode, even knocking a staff along the way. Seeing this, the guy jumped into another cart and straight up rammed into it. As he was as happy as the second emoji on your phone, the airplane engine sucked him in. Firefighters rushed to the scene, and everyone thought the guy was beyond dead. But suddenly, his foot moved. Oh my god, he is alive. The team first removed the rounded head, then dismantled the blades that were blocking him, and slowly pulled him out. After observation, he only had some minor scrapes. Passengers erupted in applause. That's when a firefighter noticed the clue. Turns out, the golf clubs got sucked in and jammed the wheels at just the right moment, saving the guy's sorry ass. But look at the owner of the golf clubs.
A car drove into a swimming pool, and the driver climbed out, abandoning the baby inside. It turned out he had just stolen the car at knife point at a gas station. Desperately, the woman pleaded to give her back her child, but he ignored her and sped away. She quickly called 911, and the operator dispatched the police immediately. However, since there was a child in the car, the police couldn't forcibly stop the robber for fear of causing the vehicle to lose control. Firefighters soon arrived on the scene, joining the police to surround the robber and force him onto a small road. But the robber, unwilling to be captured, drove toward a wall and ended up plunging into a swimming pool.
I'll get the kid!
Without hesitation, the captain jumped into the pool, using all his strength to open the car door. He then pulled out a knife to cut the seatbelt and rescue the baby. The baby wasn't breathing, so the medic immediately performed CPR.
Hey, Piper, sweetheart, listen to me. Come on, your mama wants to see you.
All those present, including the mother on the phone, breathed a sigh of relief.
Thank you! Thank all of you!
This woman got stuck here for 3 hours, and it was on the balcony. Her son was indifferent, just coldly watching on the side. The folks quickly called 911, and the firefighters came. First, they used a harness to secure the woman while comforting the shocked boy. He figured there were termites on the balcony. The woman claimed to be a single mother with no money to fix her house. With everything ready, the handsome firefighter told the woman to hold on to him and successfully pulled her up. The woman's thigh was seriously injured and needed immediate hospitalization. After they left, the 12-year-old boy said he had never been to school because he was very sick. Luckily, many crowdfunding websites donated money to them. Before long, the woman hurriedly returned, saying she couldn't leave her son alone. After the firefighter went home, his wife discovered that in just 3 years, they had moved 26 times, launched fundraising campaigns on numerous websites, using different names, cities, and addresses. Some netizens even suspected that the mother deliberately made her son sick to gain sympathy and deceive donors. Is the reality really like that?
This airplane is about to crash. Just when everyone is in panic, a man calls 911. However, his intention is not to live, but to leave a last message to his pregnant wife. This is a real recording based on a real story.
Just tell her that I was thinking about her and our little girl. I don't think I'm gonna get a chance to see in this lifetime. I love you, Annie, so much. So much. And that's not gonna die, even if I do today. And I promise you, babe, that I'm gonna watch over you both. I'm so sorry that I cannot come home to you.
Next day, his wife rushes to the police station.
I love you, Annie,
Though she tries to control her emotions, her eyes
much.
instinctively well.
That's not gonna die, even if I do today. And I promise you, babe, that I'm gonna watch over you both. I'm so
At
sorry
last,
that I
she totally loses it. Life is so uncertain, and you never know which one comes first, tomorrow or the unexpected. Now, who do you want to hug the most?
So, this man just grabbed a cookie and got pulled over by the cops, especially when they saw his Audi. The white cop tightened his grip on the sidearm, and all this crap just because the guy's black. Even with all his paperwork in order, the cops still insisted the guy get out of the car, claiming he suspected the documents were fake. The guy tried to defend himself, but he was pressed against the car hood. His daughter quickly opened her phone to record and even hopped out of the car. Dad told her to get back in the car pronto, but the cop went for the daughter's phone. At that moment, the son in the back seat woke up. As a dad, he instantly lost it, like the fourth emoji in your phone. He quickly explained that his wife was also a cop, spitting out her badge number. Man, that badge number was like dropping a bomb, bigger than 2 cops put together. The cops hastily returned the guy's documents, muttering about a misunderstanding, and bolted from the scene like they stole something. But they had no clue about the can of worms they just opened, especially when Athena checked the dashcam footage. Her anger reached the boiling point. According to her investigation, in just 6 months, that white cop had been reported multiple times for excessive force and violating citizens' freedom, and it always involved Black and Asian. But this time, he messed with the wrong person. If she can't protect her family, she'd gladly take off her uniform. Soon enough, Athena pulled over the white cop. She insisted he turn off the engine and step out. The white cop reeked of booze. Athena decided to test him for alcohol.
Legally, I can refuse that.
And legally, I could throw you in jail.
The white cop started apologizing to Athena, saying he didn't know they were her family, but she said the kids were already hurt inside. What about the other colored people? Athena made him walk a few steps, then made him stand on one leg. The white cop felt his pride take a hit.
I can report you. This is retribution.
If it was retribution, I would have done it when your kids were in the car.
I really am sorry, Sergeant.
In the end, the dad had no choice but to teach his kids to always listen to the cops, do whatever they say.
Because I'm black.
Yes, because you're black.